Friends, I want to share something deeply important today. In this life, we often face struggles, doubts, and moments where we feel like we're just not enough. But I want you to know, the power to change your life is in your hands. It starts with something so simple, yet so powerful, your word. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. With His words, He spoke life into existence. And just as He created the world with His voice, He has given us the same power to speak life into our own lives. Too often, we speak words of defeat, fear, and doubt. But what if you began speaking blessings instead? What if you filled your heart and mouth with words that affirm your worth, your purpose, and your future? You see, our words are like seeds. When we speak blessings upon ourselves, we plant those seeds in the fertile soil of our hearts. And with time, those seeds grow. They grow into confidence, into strength, into a future that is shaped not by what others say about us, but by what we speak over ourselves. It's easy to look around and focus on the things that aren't going right. It's easy to say, I'm not good enough, or I'll never make it. But my friends, those words create barriers in your life. They set limits on what you can achieve. Instead, speak words that affirm your God-given potential. Speak life. Say, I am capable. I am worthy. I am full of hope. When you begin to speak blessings, you begin to change your mindset. And when your mindset changes, your actions follow. When you speak with authority over your own life, you shift the direction of your steps. You may not see the change immediately, but rest assured, something powerful is happening within you. You are a child of greatness, created for purpose, with the potential to do incredible things. When you choose to speak blessings over your life, you align yourself with that greatness. You remind yourself that you are not defeated, that you are not bound by your circumstances, but you are destined to rise above them. Start today. Speak blessings over your life. Speak them over your future. Speak them over your family, your relationships, your dreams. When you begin to speak blessings upon yourself, you are declaring that you believe in the power of your own life to transform, to rise, and to live fully. Speak with courage, with hope, and with faith. And as you do, watch how the course of your life begins to change, one blessing at a time. Words are more than just sounds or symbols strung together to convey thoughts. They are powerful forces, capable of shaping not just conversations, but the very course of our lives. The old adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, is a lie. Words do hurt. They can wound us deeply and leave scars that last a lifetime. But the truth is, words can also heal, uplift, and transform. They hold a divine power, an ability to shape our reality. In the beginning, God spoke the world into existence. He didn't lift a hand. He didn't exert physical effort, but He spoke. Let there be light, He said, and light filled the darkness. God's words were not idle. They were filled with intent, purpose, and the power to create. We too are made in His image. This means the power to create with words is also embedded within us. We can speak life just as He did. But the question is, what are we speaking? The truth is, many of us have been conditioned to speak negatively, especially to ourselves. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with messages of inadequacy, limitation, and fear. You're not good enough. You'll never make it. You're too old. You're too young. You're too slow. Or you're too weak. These words spoken by others or by ourselves can be like chains that bind us, preventing us from fully embracing our potential. And over time, the more we hear and internalize these messages, the more they shape how we see ourselves and what we believe is possible for us. But what if we turned that around? What if we stopped speaking defeat over ourselves and began to speak blessings instead? What if we began to say, I am capable, I am worthy, I am strong, I have what it takes? These are not empty words. They are words of faith, words of power, words that begin to align us with our purpose and potential. You see, words are like seeds. When you speak something, you are planting it in your heart. If you plant seeds of doubt, negativity, and fear, don't be surprised when those seeds grow into feelings of insecurity, frustration, and hopelessness. But when you plant seeds of affirmation, hope, and belief, those seeds will grow into confidence, joy, and resilience. The more you water them with your thoughts and actions, the stronger they become. This principle applies not only to how we speak about ourselves, but also to how we speak about others. How many of us have found ourselves tearing others down with our words, whether intentionally or unintentionally? How many times have we spoken criticism, judgment, or condemnation? Words can build people up, but they can also break them down. When we speak with kindness, respect, and encouragement, we help others grow. But when we speak with harshness or negativity, we stunt their growth. Think about a time when someone spoke words of encouragement to you. How did it make you feel? Likely it gave you a sense of hope and belief that you could overcome challenges. The right words, spoken at the right time, have the ability to shift our perspective and change our course. Now imagine if you spoke those same encouraging words to yourself. Imagine if you consistently told yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are enough. What would change in your life? It's easy to dismiss the power of words because they can feel intangible. You can't see them. You can't physically touch them. But the effects of words are real. They influence our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and ultimately our outcomes. The words we speak shape our beliefs, and our beliefs shape our reality. If you consistently speak words of defeat, you will begin to believe that defeat is your destiny. But if you speak words of victory, you will begin to see opportunities for success even in the midst of struggle. The Bible tells us that life and death are in the power of the tongue. That's a sobering thought. Every time we speak, we are either speaking life or speaking death over our lives and the lives of those around us. We have the ability to speak blessings that uplift, empower, and encourage, or we can speak curses that limit, discourage, and destroy. We are called to be mindful of our words, not just to avoid harm, but to actively create the kind of life we want to live. We have the power to speak blessing over our future. When we say, I am walking in purpose, or I am destined for greatness, we are aligning ourselves with a greater truth. We are declaring that our lives are not random, they are intentional. Every word we speak is a step toward our destiny. We speak blessings over our relationships when we say, I am surrounded by love, or I am a good friend, partner, and parent. These words reinforce healthy, positive connections with the people in our lives. The reality is, your words today will shape the life you live tomorrow. So, choose them carefully. Speak life. Speak blessings. Speak hope. Speak courage. The words you speak over yourself and others have the power to change everything. When you realize the power that words hold, you begin to understand that your future is not in the hands of others, but in your own mouth. Choose to speak life and watch how it transforms not only your heart, but your circumstances as well. We live in a world filled with noise, and much of that noise is negative. It's in the media we consume, the conversations we overhear, the expectations others place on us, and sometimes even in the quiet of our own minds. The constant barrage of negativity can lead us to believe that we are not enough, that we can't accomplish our goals, and that we're doomed to live under the weight of our struggles. But here's the truth. Your words have the power to break through that negativity. You have the ability to speak life into your own soul. And when you choose to speak life, you begin to transform your world. It's so easy to slip into a pattern of defeat. It starts subtly, perhaps with a passing thought or a small comment about how things aren't going as planned. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I'll never get ahead. Over time, these thoughts become habits, and eventually they start to define us. When we continuously speak these words, they become embedded in our hearts and minds. shaping how we see ourselves and the world around us. Our language, whether spoken out loud or silently in our minds, shapes our identity. We have all experienced moments when we felt defeated, moments where nothing seems to be going right, where the obstacles seem too large and the road ahead looks too long. It's in these moments that our words matter the most. The temptation to speak defeat is often at its peak during our hardest times. But it's in these very moments that we have the opportunity to shift our perspective and break the cycle of negativity. We don't have to be defined by our struggles or our failures. Instead, we can choose to speak words that lift us out of the pit of despair. The key to speaking life is understanding the power of our words. Words are not just means of communication, they are tools of creation. When we speak, we are engaging in an act of creation. Every word has the potential to bring about something new in our lives, either for good or for ill. When we speak defeat, we create a future filled with doubt and fear. But when we speak life, we open the door to possibility, to hope, to a future that is not determined by our present circumstances. Speaking life doesn't mean ignoring our challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It doesn't mean living in denial of our hardships. Instead, it means acknowledging the reality of our struggles while declaring that they do not have the final say over our lives. We recognize that while things may be difficult right now, they do not define who we are or what we are capable of achieving. Speaking life is about choosing to focus on the possibilities rather than the problems, the solutions rather than the obstacles. When we speak life, we remind ourselves that we are not powerless. We are not victims of our circumstances. We have the ability to change the course of our lives through the words we speak. I am capable of overcoming this. I am worthy of success. I have the strength to keep going. These affirmations might seem simple, but they hold immense power. Every time we declare these words, we are reinforcing the truth of our potential. We are refusing to allow our circumstances to dictate our identity. There's a profound truth found in the way we talk to ourselves. Self-talk, the internal dialogue we carry within, is one of the most powerful tools we have in shaping our lives. If we constantly tell ourselves that we are not good enough, that we will never make it, we begin to believe it. But if we choose to speak with kindness, encouragement, and strength, we begin to reshape our thoughts and our beliefs. We can silence the voice of defeat and replace it with the voice of truth. We must also remember that speaking life is not just about what we say to ourselves, but also about how we speak to others. The words we use with the people around us can either build them up or tear them down. How many times have we been impacted by a kind word at just the right moment? A word of encouragement, a compliment, a simple "you've got this." These small phrases can change the entire course of someone's day or even their life. But the opposite is also true. Harsh words, criticism, and negativity can crush someone's spirit. Speaking life to others is a way of reflecting the goodness and grace we have received. The challenge is to keep speaking life even when it feels hard. There will be times when it seems impossible, when everything around us tells us to give up, when our own mind starts questioning whether it's worth it to keep going. But this is when we need to speak life the most. We must choose to believe in the power of our words to create change, even when the evidence is not yet visible. In those moments, it can help to remind ourselves of the bigger picture. The power of words is not just about immediate results. Speaking life is about aligning ourselves with a truth that transcends our temporary struggles. It's about knowing that our words, when spoken with faith and determination, are seeds being planted in fertile ground. They will grow, even if we don't see it right away. And one day when we look back, we'll see that the words we spoke have indeed created a new reality for us. The process of speaking life isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. It's a daily commitment to refuse to let defeat take root in our hearts. It's choosing to believe that we are more than our setbacks, more than our failures, and more than the labels others may place on us. Speaking life is a declaration of faith in our own potential, and it is the first step toward creating a future that reflects our true value and purpose. Words are more than mere expressions of thought or communication. They are seeds, capable of taking root in our hearts and minds, growing into something powerful and transformative. What we speak, we sow. Just as a seed, once planted, grows into a tree or a flower, the words we speak grow into beliefs, attitudes, and actions that shape our lives. Whether we speak with intention or by habit, our words are planting something in the soil of our lives, and those seeds will eventually bear fruit, either good or bad, depending on what we've planted. Think about the words you've heard throughout your life. Some were positive and life-giving. Perhaps someone told you, "You are capable," or "I believe in you." Those words might have stayed with you, boosting your confidence and spurring you on toward your goals. On the other hand, you may have also heard words of criticism or doubt. "You'll never amount to anything," "You're not good enough," or "You can't do that." Those words can be incredibly damaging, planting seeds of fear, insecurity, and self-doubt that can grow into barriers preventing you from realizing your potential. We are often unaware of how deeply words, both positive and negative, can take root within us, influencing how we see ourselves and what we believe is possible. The power of words lies in their ability to create. When we speak something, we are not only communicating a thought, we are giving that thought power to manifest in our lives. If we repeatedly speak negatively, we are sowing seeds of negativity that will sprout in the form of limitations, frustrations, and obstacles. If we speak blessings, affirmations, and encouragement, we are sowing seeds that will produce a crop of hope, growth, and strength. This is why it is so important to be mindful of the words we speak, especially when it comes to how we talk about ourselves. Our self-talk is perhaps one of the most critical areas in which we plant seeds. Every time we say, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," we are planting seeds of self-doubt. These seeds are not harmless. They grow and take root, shaping our beliefs about ourselves and ultimately affecting our behavior. If we believe we are not capable or not worthy, we will unconsciously act in ways that confirm that belief. We may give up too soon, avoid taking risks, or not put in the effort necessary to achieve our goals because we have already convinced ourselves that success is out of reach. On the other hand, when we speak words of confidence, courage, and hope, we plant seeds of possibility. I am capable. I am worthy of success. I have what it takes to make it through this challenge. These words create an entirely different internal environment. They produce the belief that we can overcome obstacles, that we are worthy of our dreams, and that we have the strength to keep moving forward. Just like a seed planted in good soil, these words take root and begin to grow into the actions, decisions, and results that reflect that belief. The more we speak life, the stronger these positive seeds grow, and the more our lives begin to reflect the outcomes we desire. But the impact of words isn't confined to just our own lives. The words we speak to others are just as powerful. Think about the times when someone spoke a kind word to you, perhaps at a moment when you were feeling low or unsure. A simple, "You've got this," or "I believe in you," has the power to uplift and encourage, helping someone to keep going when they might have given up. We often underestimate the power we have to influence others with our words. When we speak words of affirmation, support, and encouragement to those around us, we are planting seeds in their hearts that can help them flourish. Just as negative words can tear someone down, positive words can lift them up and empower them to reach their potential. Words also have the power to change the environment around us. Think about the atmosphere of a home, a workplace, or a community. What is the prevailing tone of communication? Is it filled with criticism and negativity, or is it marked by encouragement, respect, and support? The words spoken in a group setting will influence the mood and the collective mindset. In environments where people speak with kindness and empathy, trust and cooperation can flourish. But in places where negativity runs rampant, where people are constantly belittled or judged, the atmosphere becomes toxic, stifling growth and progress. The key to cultivating a life of abundance, success, and peace begins with planting the right seeds. Seeds of positivity, hope, and affirmation. If we want to see a change in our lives, we need to change the seeds we are planting. It's not enough to simply wish for better outcomes or hope that things will improve. We must actively sow seeds of goodness into the soil of our hearts, our relationships, and our lives. We must speak words of life, not only when things are going well, but especially when things are difficult. When challenges arise, it is easy to fall into the trap of negative thinking. But this is when it is most important to speak words that will sow seeds of strength and resilience. I am going through a tough time, but I will get through this. I may not see the way forward right now, but I trust that I am on the right path. It's important to recognize that planting these seeds requires patience. Just as a seed doesn't grow into a tree overnight, the words we speak won't necessarily manifest immediate results. But over time, those seeds will grow, and the fruit they bear will shape the trajectory of our lives. Every day that we speak words of life, we are watering those seeds, nurturing them, and allowing them to take root in our heart. In the same way, the seeds of negativity can be uprooted. If you planted seeds of doubt or fear in your life, you can begin the process of pulling them out and replacing them with seeds of confidence, faith, and hope. It's a process of healing, one word at a time, one seed at a time. The more we are intentional about the words we speak, the more we will see positive changes in our lives and in the lives of those around us. We are the gardeners of our own hearts, and the words we speak are the seeds that will determine the harvest. Our mindset shapes everything about us. It influences how we see ourselves, how we interact with others, and how we approach life's challenges. The way we think is often the determining factor in whether we succeed or fail, whether we push forward or give up. But what if we could change our mindset? What if we could shift our thinking from one of limitation to one of possibility? The power to transform your life begins with transforming the way you think, because your thoughts are the foundation upon which everything else is built. Mindset is not something fixed. It's fluid, and it can be changed. Often we adopt a mindset based on past experiences, the messages we've received from others, or the patterns we've developed over time. For example, if someone has faced failure repeatedly, they may develop a mindset that they're just not capable of succeeding. They might believe that no matter how hard they try, they will always fall short. This mindset is limiting. It keeps them stuck in a cycle of doubt, discouragement, and inaction. But the truth is, this mindset is not permanent. It can be changed. One of the first steps in changing your mindset is recognizing the thoughts that hold you back. The thoughts that say, I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. This is too hard. These are the thoughts that shape our actions and our reality. If we constantly tell ourselves that we can't do something, we begin to believe it. Our brains are incredibly powerful, and they will start to align our actions with the beliefs we hold about ourselves. If we think we're incapable, we won't put in the effort needed to succeed. If we think failure is inevitable, will avoid taking risks. But the key to changing your mindset is to catch these negative thoughts in the act and replace them with thoughts of possibility. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try saying, I may not know how to do this yet, but I am capable of learning. Instead of saying, this is too hard, try saying, this may be challenging, but I can handle it, and I will find a way to overcome it. By shifting our thinking, we start to break free from the limitations that we've imposed on ourselves. Changing our mindset is a process of rewiring the way we think and talk about ourselves, our abilities, and our potential. Another key to changing your mindset is to embrace a growth mindset. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the idea that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. People with a growth mindset believe that challenges are opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to avoid. They see failure not as a reflection of their worth, but as a chance to learn and improve. When you adopt a growth mindset, you stop seeing yourself as fixed in a certain way, and you begin to view yourself as capable of growth and change. A growth mindset can radically change the way you approach life. It encourages you to step out of your comfort zone, to take on challenges, and to keep going even when things get tough. It shifts the focus from perfection to progress. Instead of striving for flawless results, you begin to value the learning process, the growth that comes with each step, no matter how small. When you embrace this mindset, failure doesn't feel like a dead end. It's simply a part of the journey, a valuable experience that brings you closer to your goal. Changing your mindset also requires letting go of the belief that you are defined by your past. So many people get stuck in a fixed mindset because they believe that past mistakes, failures, or missed opportunities define who they are. They may think, I've always been this way, or I've failed before, so I'll always fail. But the truth is, your past does not determine your future. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not the sum of your past experiences. You have the power to change, to grow, and to create a new future for yourself. The moment you let go of the belief that your past defines you is the moment you open the door to transformation. One of the most powerful ways to change your mindset is through self-compassion. Often, we are our own worst critics. We hold ourselves to impossible standards and beat ourselves up when we don't measure up. But this type of thinking only keeps us stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and shame. Instead of harshly criticizing yourself when you fail, treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion that you would offer a friend. Recognize that you are human, that you are learning, and that failure is part of the process. Be patient with yourself as you grow. Self-compassion helps to create an environment in which change and growth can flourish. When you are kind to yourself, you build the confidence and resilience needed to keep moving forward. Changing your mindset is also about surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environments you place yourself in can either support or hinder your growth. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity or people who discourage you, it will be much harder to shift your thinking. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who uplift you, encourage your growth, and support your dreams, you'll begin to see the world in a new light. Positive influences help to reinforce the new mindset you're trying to develop and provide the encouragement you need when things get tough. The process of changing your mindset is not always easy. It requires awareness, effort, and consistency. But the good news is that it is entirely possible. When you commit to changing your mindset, you are giving yourself the gift of transformation. You are no longer bound by limiting beliefs or past experiences. Instead, you are stepping into the power of possibility, ready to create a new future for yourself. The moment you change your mindset is the moment you unlock your true potential and open the door to a life of growth, success, and fulfillment. Living with purpose means being intentional about how we spend our time, what we focus on, and the impact we wish to have on the world around us. It's about having a sense of direction, knowing that the choices we make are aligned with our values and what we truly care about. A purposeful life is not a life driven by external expectations or fleeting desires. It's a life rooted in a deep understanding of who we are, what we stand for, and the difference we want to make when we live with purpose. We bring clarity to our actions and a sense of fulfillment to our hearts. Many people go through life feeling disconnected from their true purpose. They might follow a routine or a path set by societal norms or the expectations of others, but it often feels empty because there's no deeper sense of meaning behind their actions. The truth is, without purpose, life can feel aimless, like we're simply going through the motions without any real direction or passion. This lack of purpose can lead to feelings of frustration, confusion, and even despair. We begin to wonder why we do what we do, or worse, if it even matters at all. But purpose is not something that is given to us by others. It's something that comes from within. It's the unique combination of our values, passions, talents, and experiences that shape our sense of purpose. Discovering your purpose often involves introspection, taking the time to really understand what matters to you, what drives you, and what makes you feel alive. It requires reflecting on your life experiences, your strengths, and the dreams that keep calling you forward, even when life gets tough. A key part of living with purpose is knowing what your values are. Our values are the principles that guide us in our decisions and actions. They help us define what's important and meaningful to us. Without clear values, it's easy to be swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. But when we align our actions with our values, we create a life that feels authentic and true to who we are. If family is a core value, for example, living with purpose might mean prioritizing quality time with loved ones over career success or social obligations. If personal growth is important to you, it might mean seeking out experiences and opportunities that challenge you and push you outside your comfort zone. Understanding your values helps create a roadmap for your life, a guiding force that helps you stay on course, even when faced with distractions or challenges. Passion is another crucial aspect of living with purpose. Passion is what fuels us. It's the energy that keeps us going when things get tough, the fire that drives us to pursue our dreams, no matter the obstacles. Without passion, it's easy to lose motivation and let life's challenges wear us down. But when we are passionate about something, whether it's a career, a cause, or a personal project, our energy and enthusiasm become contagious. Passion gives us the strength to push through difficult moments and the clarity to focus on what truly matters. If you can identify what you are passionate about, it becomes easier to make decisions that are aligned with your purpose. Living with purpose also involves having a vision, a sense of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. This vision can be big or small, but it should be something that excites you and pulls you forward. When you have a clear vision, it provides a sense of direction, helping you focus your energy and efforts on the things that truly matter. It's easy to get caught up in the small details of everyday life. But without a vision, we can become distracted, losing sight of what we're ultimately working toward. A vision gives us a destination, and the steps we take along the way become more purposeful because we understand how they fit into the larger picture. Having a sense of purpose also helps us stay resilient in the face of challenges. Life is not without its difficulties, and there will be times when we encounter setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. But when we are living with purpose, these obstacles feel less like roadblocks and more like opportunities for growth. Purpose gives us the strength to keep going when things get hard because we know that our journey is about more than just achieving short-term success. It's about contributing to something greater than ourselves, and that makes the struggles along the way feel more manageable. Purpose also brings a sense of fulfillment. We all long for meaning, and the pursuit of meaning is often what keeps us going when the everyday demands of life begin to feel overwhelming. When we live with purpose, we can look at our lives and know that we are contributing something valuable to the world, even if it's in small ways. Purpose brings a sense of satisfaction that can't be found in material wealth or external validation. It's not about what we accumulate, but about the legacy we create and the impact we have on others. Living with purpose is also about being present. Often, we are so focused on the future or caught up in the past that we forget to fully engage with the present moment. But when we live with purpose, we become more mindful of how we spend our time and who we spend it with. We understand that each moment is precious and that living intentionally is what makes life meaningful. Whether it's in our relationships, our work, or our personal growth, living with purpose means making the most of the time we have, being fully present in each experience, and taking deliberate action toward what matters most. Ultimately, living with purpose is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing process of aligning our values, passions, and actions with a greater sense of meaning. It's about continuously seeking clarity, reflecting on our lives, and adjusting our course as we grow and evolve. The key is not to have everything figured out all at once, but to remain open to the journey, to the unfolding of our purpose as we learn and experience life. By living with purpose, we not only create a life that is fulfilling for ourselves, but also contribute positively to the world around us, leaving a lasting impact on those we encounter along the way.